And then we always have our favorite leg in front. Let's change that around and take the other leg in front, and that will just totally screw with your head, basically. And then close your eyes and just simply allow your spine to find its natural alignment, which might be, leaning forward or leaning backwards or tending to one side. And then open your palms facing upward. And then just, breathe naturally. And take your attention into your sit bones and feel how they connect with the mat. And then slowly take that attention on a short trip just along your spine to feel whether you are sitting upright and tall. Travel up vertebra after vertebra, maybe aligning them, moving them slightly, stacking them on top of each other, enjoying the slight shift. Maybe when you get your chest, you move slightly backwards or forward, depending on where you were oriented. And travel into your shoulder blades, allowing them to widen. And gently pull them down back towards your sit bones, opening your chest. Feel that opening in your heart space. Relax your fingers. And then widen those shoulders, making them nice and flat and broad. And traveling into your throat and neck, lengthening your neck vertebra. Allowing those shoulders to move away from your earlobes. And then lastly, pull that crown chakra up towards the sky. And imagine there's a funnel just above your crown chakra and light pouring into that funnel. And allow that light to flow down through your body all the way down to the tip of your toes. Infusing your entire body with beautiful bright light and energy. Then travel down into your lower belly, release that belly. Release your solar plexus. Very often we hold on tightly there, which sort of stunts our creativity. And then take your right hand, place it on your lower belly, take your left hand, place it on your heart. Inhale into that belly and inflate that. Push it out. Push it against the palm of your hand. Pull that breath up into your solar plexus. Feel your ribcage expanding, feeling your chest open, and feeling your heart area push into your left palm. And then slowly exhale through your open mouth, gently pulling your ribcage together, closing down that light slightly, pulling your belly back towards your spine and contracting your perineum. Do that 3 more times. Do it in your time. When you inhale, you open up, inflate, grow tall. Open up to whatever the world has to offer. Maybe a smile will appear on your face. Maybe your heart will smile. And on the exhale, slightly dim that light, closing down, still sitting nice and tall, but closing down. Right at the end, contracting your perineum. 2 more. Inhale, grow big and tall and open. And exhaling through your open mouth, growing smaller, dimming your light just a tad bit. contracting the perineum. And last time. Inflate, open up, grow tall. Become curious. And then slowly exhaling, closing down, dimming. And right at the end of that exhale, take that right hand and place it on your left hand. Release your perineum. And we're going to inhale through our nose and we're going to loudly exhale through our open mouth. And release. Keep your eyes closed. Place your hands onto your thighs, your knees, palms facing up, relaxing your fingers. And then slowly open your eyes, wriggle your fingers. Get rid of any distraction that might be sitting on top of you or in front of you, and rotate your wrists in both directions. And see how you feel. Normally when we exhale slowly, it's sort of like you're blowing out a candle. That is nice. That is emptying out whatever is bothering you in your head. But if we exhale like somebody's hitting you against your chest, try it. Inhale, hit against your chest. Not very fun, maybe not very comfortable, but it gets that out there and it clears everything and takes you from in your mind into your body. So that's the fastest way to get from in your head into your body. Very good. Now, stretch out your feet. Flex those feet. Let me turn around so you don't have to look at my feet. Move those beautiful muscles away from your sit bones, keeping those legs nicely engaged. Feet are flexed. Inhale, grow long. That's all we're doing. We're only growing long, and we're taking those shoulders up to the ears. And feel the stretch. Maybe your belly button's going back towards your spine. Maybe your solar plexus is widening. And on the exhale, simply allow those shoulders to come down, away from your ears. That's all we're doing. We're simply moving the shoulders, shoulder blades. Inhale, grow tall. Take those shoulders up, splaying those fingers. Everything is beautifully engaged. Exhale, take those shoulders down, pulling them down, back down towards your sit bones. Chest is open. Last time, inhale. Beautiful, grow tall. Maybe you can grow a bit taller. Might hear some cracking noises. Exhale, taking those shoulder blades down, 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 down. Beautiful. Inhale. Keep those shoulders down. Exhale. Move those arms behind your ears. Might feel a bit uncomfortable. You might start bending those arms. Try to keep them nice and straight. Don't forget your feet are flexed. Push, push, push back. Inhale, come back to center, hugging those ears. Exhale, go back. We're going to do this 2 more times. And try not to come into a hollow back. Come back to center. Inhale, keeping those shoulders down. Exhale, go on back. Open the chest. And inhale, come back. Exhale, simply allow those shoulders to come down. Relax your legs. Rotate those shoulders in both directions. Sorry about the distraction. Very good. And then come either into a kneeling position or seating position. Whatever you choose, you go with. Okay? We're going to inhale. We're going to grow long. And exhale. Place your left hand down onto the mat. Right arm goes up, 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 up. Let's just feel the lengthening of the side body before with the next exhale, you're going to open that side body. Bending, bending, keeping that right sit bone pushing into the mat. And then walk that mat hand far away and see, is my sit bone going to lift off? If it does, rather come back with your hand. On the next exhale, close that chest. Move that floating arm far away. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. You're going to do one more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And then drop that chest down, 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 folding your entire upper body down until the floating hand can reach the mat. Relax your neck and head. Move the mat hand closer to the floating hand and simply allow your upper body to drop down. Ensure that both sit bones are still on the mat. Stay here for another 2 breaths. Sink down. You might feel the stretch just above that right hip into the iliosacral joint. Listen to your body, please. Do as much as feels comfortable, plus a bit more. We're allowed to push ourselves, but not into pain. With the next inhale, lift that chest slightly and allow the hands to walk into the center and sink down as far as feels comfortable just now. Relax your neck and head. Your arms are engaged. Either the palms are on the floor or your fingertips. Ensure that your arms engaged, your fingers are splayed. Relax down. If you feel discomfort in your lower back, slightly curl your tailbone under and pull your lower abdominals back towards your spine. 2 more breaths here. With the next inhale, slightly lift your upper body and move over to your right side, extending that left arm far out so you can feel the stretch along your tricep and into your shoulder blades, maybe down into that side body, all the way down into that outer hip. Your neck and head are relaxed. Both your hands are pretty close together and your chest is releasing down towards your lower body. And stay here for another 2 breaths. Really breathing into that side body. For the next inhale, slowly move that right hand closer to your thigh. And with the next inhale, you're going to open that side body and stretch. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. If I'm moving too fast, slow it down for yourself. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. And adjust that mat hand so that you feel comfortable pressing against it, so that you can really push that left hip bone down. Left hip bone goes down. Your chest is open. Your upper shoulder blade is pulling backwards. And with the next inhale, slowly come on back into center. Take your hands in front of your heart center. Close your eyes and feel how your both side bodies feel. The next inhale, going up with your arms. Exhale, twist to left or right. It does not matter. Ensure that you pull both shoulder blades down. Your chest is open. And gaze over the shoulder in the back. Your upper arm in the back is pushing into your shoulder blade, and you're gently pulling on that front knee. And play around with the fact that you can pull your belly button back, and that gives you more space to twist. Stay here for another 2 breaths. And with the next inhale, look forward. Rotate the rest of your body out. And the arm that was in front stretches out. The other arm goes around. Garudasana, eagle arms. If your palm of your hands cannot touch, just simply press those lower arms against each other. So the more you press and pull your shoulders down and shoulder blades go down towards your sit bones, the bigger the stretch will become just above on your shoulders. Okay, shoulder blades down, elbows up, hands away. You feel a beautiful stretch at the base of your neck. Your lower ribs are pushing forward. Your core is nice and tight so that you're not falling into a hollow back. With the next inhale, we are going to bend slightly backwards, opening that chest. Your elbows are guiding the movement. Be careful that your hands don't flop down onto your forehead. Keep the tension. And with the exhale, we're going to come down into a slight forward fold, rounding that mid-back. Elbows go towards your belly. Twice more. Inhale. And exhale, come on down. Don't lose the tension. Last time, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, come to mid-level release and rotate those shoulders in both directions. The next inhale, come on back up. Fingertips go up. And with the exhale, you're going to twist to the other side. Make sure the shoulder blades pull down. You're gently pulling on that front knee, rotating backwards, pulling your belly button back towards your spine, gazing to the shoulder in the back. You'll feel it immediately. If you don't pull your front shoulder down, your side neck will just scrunch up. Stay here for another 2 breaths. With the next inhale, gaze forward, stretch the front arm out, wrap the other one around, come into eagle arms on this side. And again, pull those shoulder blades down, belly button back, elbows up, hands away. Very good. Until you can feel that stretch just across your shoulder girdle. We're going to do 3 backward bends and 3 forward folds. On the inhale, we open. On the exhale, we forward fold. Gently addressing that mid-back. Inhale, open up. Elbow guides the movement. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up, last time. Exhale down. Inhale, come to mid-level, release and rotate. Very good. Coming on to your knees. Come onto tabletop and gently, simply sway your hips from side to side. That's all we're going to do right now. If you want to shake out your head, do so. If you want to rotate your hips, do so. Even though we twisted mainly the upper body, you might feel it in your lower back. So go ahead and give your lower back and your hips a bit of a shake and a wiggle and a wobble and a rotation. And then come to center, placing the top of your feet down onto the mat. Your fingers are splayed and they're shoulder width apart. Very often we take our hands like far apart. Don't. Come in shoulder width. To find that, let's all come down onto our elbows and hug your elbows with the palm of your hands. Okay, that is shoulder width apart. And then release. Place your hands down in the front. Come on back up. Might be a bit tighter than we're normally used to, or maybe it's further apart, but give it a try. Very good. Okay, keeping the top of your hands on the mat, aligning your shoulders above your wrists, tighten that core. Inhale, curling your ribs in, lift your feet a tad bit. If this doesn't work, take your toes under. We're all going to do that afterwards, but just let's give that ankle a bit of an opening. Tighten those inner thigh muscles. Shoulder blades go away down towards your sit bones and your shoulders move away from your earlobes. Gaze down to the tip of your nose. Hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down into a child's pose. Relax your belly down, relax your chest down, take your forehead down onto the mat. Your arms are engaged. Your fingers are splayed and release your entire weight down towards the mat, except your elbows. Taking 3 deep breaths here, try to direct your breath, especially into your lower back. And then very slowly releasing it, as if you want to blow out a candle. Two more. Big inhale. Imagine you're filling your entire body from the tip of your toes up to your fingertips with oxygen. Big, big balloon. And then slowly allow that air to escape through your mouth out of that balloon. One more time. Big inhale. And very slow exhale. On the next inhale, we're going to look forward, come back into tabletop, getting those hands and wrists under your shoulders again, tuck those toes under. And before we go lifting our knees, I'd like you to shift over your kneecap, over your patella. See that moves? to try to get those toes as close as they can to the knee. So basically what you're doing, you're shortening the distance between your knee and your toes to give those toes a real good stretch. Next inhale, lift the knees. Make sure you don't fall forward, so you don't go up in front of your wrists with your shoulders. Making yourself really nice and compact. Your belly and inner thighs are contracted, ribs go in, smile is in place. Curl that tailbone under just slightly, and we're going to hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop the knees down. Come into child's pose. This time, allow those arms to come next to your thighs, palms facing up, and release everything that you can into the mat. Don't hold on. Very often we hold on in our neck. The shoulders are sort of floating above the mat. Allow them to flop down. It will sort of scrunch up your neck. It might be uncomfortable. You might want to move that head a bit, but really release. And if you feel like I'm relaxed, then take your attention on a short trip through your body. And most probably there is some part in there that is not relaxed. Allow it to let go. And stay here for another 3 breaths. We inhale through the nose, inflating that balloon big and taut. And then exhaling extremely slowly out of your open mouth. Until that last itty bitty bit of breath has escaped, and only then take a deep inhale again. Last one. On the next inhale, allow those hands to come forward, gaze forward, and slowly walk your fingertips forward, taking the glutes along until the glutes are roughly above your knees. And then sink your chest down, chin down, eyes open, gaze goes forward. If your ankles feel uncomfortable, tuck your toes under. And ground down into the mat with the palm of your hand. Stay here for another 2 breaths. Allow that belly to sink down towards the mat as well, giving you the feeling as if your sit bones want to move up towards the ceiling. You might feel uncomfortable in your shoulder blades. Bear with me. Beautiful. With the next inhale, slowly curl your tailbone under and come back into a tabletop and go straight into a cat pose. Take your chin down, curl your tailbone under, push your spine up towards the ceiling. And then gently move forward and backward. It's tiny movement. Your shoulders are moving away from your earlobes. Shoulders are wide. And then come to center and come into a neutral spine. Take your right or left hand under center line. It doesn't matter. The other arm goes over. And with the exhale, open your chest. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. Allow that arm to go under, lie onto the shoulder, release the other hand up towards the ceiling, and reach the fingertips up. Slightly bend over backwards, rolling over that shoulder that's lying on the mat. And just allow that engaged arm to sink backwards down towards the floor. We're not binding today. We're just allowing that arm to drop backwards. Listen to your spine, please. Listen to your upper shoulder. Fingertips splayed far apart, reaching away. Stay there. Inhale, allow the fingertips to reach away, come back to center, up, and then with the exhale, come on down. Come into a neutral spine and simply sway your hips from side to side. Then take the other hand under the center line. Push that hand into the mat. Extend the other arm out to the side, and on the exhale, twist open. And don't sink down with your chest, okay? Your mat arm is stretched. On the next exhale, allow that arm to glide under your body, lie onto the shoulder, and release the other hand up towards the ceiling. And by pushing your mat or floor arm into the floor, allow that upper shoulder to go backwards, open the chest, adjust your head so that you can look up to the ceiling or in the direction of the ceiling, and then allow that upper arm to move backwards. Don't push it, just let gravity do its job and pull it slightly backwards. Your fingers are splayed, the arm is taut and strong, fingertips move away. Breathe into that opening. Again, on this side as well, please listen to your spine. Listen to your shoulder, especially the upper one. On the next inhale, come back to center. Allow those fingertips to reach up. And on the exhale, come on down. Come back into a tabletop. And come into a cat pose, pushing that spine up, folding your chin down towards your chest, pulling the belly button back towards your spine, curling your tailbone under. On the next inhale, come back into a neutral spine and simply shake your arms out, your legs out. And then taking your hands a bit further to the front side of your mat, tucking your toes under, shifting yourself into a plank. If plank is not yours today, drop your knees. If your wrists are giving you grief, just take it down onto your lower arms and elbows, okay? We're not going to stay here for too long, she said, right? Okay, heels are pushing back, tailbone tucked under, belly button back. Curl those ribs in, splay the fingers, and allow your crown to move far away so you feel you're growing in length from your crown to your heels. Go into your inner thighs, contract them. Whatever you contract makes it lighter for you to float in plank. Okay, very good. We're going to hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your right leg, place it behind your left. Open and up in lying triangle. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Come back to center and lift your left leg. Place it behind your right. Open up into lying triangle on this side. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Come back into plank. Lower your knees down. Come into child's pose. I'll leave it up to you. You can leave your arms stretched out in front of you or take them down alongside your thighs, whatever your shoulders or your body is asking for now. Listen to it. Stay here for another 2 breaths. And really breathe, not these shallow breaths that we do like on the top of our chest. Just breathe all the way down into your toes. And exhale completely. With the next inhale, look forward. Come on back up into plank. Come into lower plank if that works for you. Making sure that your elbows are under your shoulders, your fingers are splayed. Shoulder blades pull back, ribs are curled under. Take your feet a bit more than hip distance apart. Heels are pushing back. Drop your heels down towards one side. Come back to center, drop them to the other. We're only going to do 3 more reps of these. Come back to center. On the exhale, you drop your heels. On the inhale, come back to center. Feel the beautiful twisting motion going on in your spine. Got 2 more sets here, back to center. If this is not yours, just stay in normal plank. And last repetition here, back to center. Twisting is good, it detoxes the spine. Come back to center. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees, drop your legs, come into Sphinx. Before we open our chest, I'd like you to sort of shimmy your hips back a bit. Your legs are engaged, your toes are pointed, your shoulder blades are pulling back down towards your sit bones. Your shoulders and elbows are aligned, fingers are splayed. On the next inhale, actively press the pubic bone down into the mat, and then imagine you have this thread from your pubic bone all the way up to the tip of your nose, and you want to stretch that thread, slightly going into back bend, but only slightly. Listen to the lower back. If you feel weird in your lower back, pull your belly button back towards your spine, which will automatically close that back bend slightly. And on the exhale, you're just going to release it. Allow your gaze to go down to your thumbs. Going to do 3 more repetitions on the inhale. Pull that string taut along your front side, opening. And if you want to take it a step further, allow your nose to travel up towards the ceiling, opening your throat as well. Pull the shoulder blades down, exhale. Allow your nose to go down towards the mat, gazing to your thumbs. Inhale. You feel the opening of your front side. And exhale, close it slightly. On the last one, open that front side. And if you want to take it a step further, just lift those legs off the mat, toes are pointed. And release down, look down towards your thumbs and take your elbows down, lie down, make a cushion with your hands and drop your forehead down. Release your entire body weight down into the mat. Allow your heels to fall outward. And take 3 breaths here. Two more. If having your hands under your forehead is not comfortable in your shoulder area, obviously place them where it feels comfortable to you so that you can release. Very good. Lift your forehead slightly and then take your left hand out to the side. Your thumb is on the height of your nose. If you're looking down, place your side of your head down onto the mat. And then you're going to take the other hand over to the side. Turn your head so that you can look at that. Let me turn it around so I can show you. Okay. Your bent arm, thumb is in line with your nose. You're going to make a 90-degree angle with your arm. Okay. So lower arm, upper arm is 90 degrees. The other arm is on shoulder width. Inhale, exhale, you're just simply going to roll over the lying shoulder. Take that hand closer so that you can push that hand into the mat. And either you lie on your belly and you simply open, or you lie onto the side body, just to get a stretch of your anterior deltoid, which is that front muscle of the lying arm. If that's not enough of a stretch, take your upper foot, place it behind the extended leg so that you can get the pull of your upper hip to open up a bit more. Listen to your shoulder, please. As always, listen to your body. Stay for another 2 breaths here. Feel those shoulder blades scrunching together in the back. Adjust your neck so that there is no impingement in your neck. For the next exhale, close back down and simply change sides, extending that bent arm. Turn your face to the other side and open up. Roll over that shoulder. pressing that bent arm into the mat, either lying on your side body or lifting that upper leg, placing that foot behind your extended leg, and allowing gravity to pull that bent knee backwards, giving you a bit more leverage to push onto that lying shoulder. Another 3 breaths here. Make sure your neck is nice and long. And then with the next exhale, slowly come back to center and simply lie onto your mat, forehead down, arms alongside your body. I know this is not a resting pose. It's not meant to be. Okay. On the next inhale, press your pubic bone down into the mat. Lift your legs up. Lift those arms up, palms facing up. Lift the forehead up. Not too far. And allow your entire body to lengthen from tiptoes up to your crown. Hold it there. On the inhale, we're going to simply open arms and legs and come back. Inhale, open up and back. Keep the core tight. Last time, inhale, open up and close. Now turn the palms facing down. Do the same thing. Inhale, open up. Different sensation in shoulders. Come on back. Close. Inhale, open. Close. On the next inhale, we're going to open up all the way. Take those arms out like a Superman. Hold. Toes are pointed. Lift the arms a bit higher. And then come on back to the side. And then close down completely. Raise your chest a bit more. Fingertips are moving back down towards your toes. And come on down. Take your hands, make a cushion, look left or right, and release your body down to the mat. Gently sway your hips from side to side. Take 2 breaths here. And release. Take your hands under your shoulders. Push up over your knees. Come into plank. And push back into downward facing dog. Gently walk that dog. And take it in your own stride, okay? Take it slow. Adjusting your stance that your fingers are splayed, your hands are shoulder width apart, and then releasing that chest down towards your thighs. Rotating your upper arms out so that your elbows look backwards slightly, broadening the shoulder blades. And really be gentle with that spine. Move in stages instead of just pushing yourself back in from one pose into the other. Then slowly, if you are ready, come into a full downward facing dog. Your feet are hip distance apart. Your heels are moving down towards the mat. Your legs are either straight or your knees are bent. Play around with what works for you. Your neck and head are relaxed. I'm going to stay here for another 2 breaths. Allow those intestines to slip up into your rib cage, giving yourself that feeling of lightness. With the next inhale, lift that left foot up to that mat, to the ceiling, pushing your mat foot into the mat, extending those inner thighs. Inhale, look forward, bend that top knee, take it towards your chest, and then place that foot down onto the mat. Come down into a low lunge, shimmying that back foot down. Allow that pelvis to sink down towards the mat. Open that chest, pull the shoulder blades back down, and then move both hands to the inside of your front foot, maybe moving that front foot over to the side. Allow the pelvis to sink down a bit more. Very good. And now it's up to you. Stay like this, or see how far down you can sink. Maybe you can put your lower arms onto the mat. Maybe. Listen to your hips, both hips, okay? Wherever you are, Stay there for 3 breaths. Make sure that the inner arch of that front foot is pushing into the mat. And then gently sway from side to side. You will feel the opening in the extended hip flexor, and you will feel the movement and the opening in that bent hip. Make sure that your knee is above your ankle in the front leg. We got another one. Deep inhale. Very good. And then slowly come back so that we're all on our hands. Lift the front foot, bend it, and lay it down, coming into pigeon pose, extending that back foot. Make sure that that bent ankle, heel pushes into the extended psoas. Look over the shoulder of your extended leg so that your heel looks up. Come onto your fingertips and open your chest slightly. Make sure that both hip bones are looking down, so you're not leaning onto that bent thigh. You're floating. Your pelvis is floating above the mat. And then exhale, just fold your upper body down towards the mat. Wherever it folds, allow it to fold. Relax your neck and head. If you feel any discomfort in that bent knee, flex that foot. Pulling the toes away. You should feel the stretch all along the outside of your hip into your glute. We're opening the shoulders and the hips today. With the next inhale, slowly come on back onto your fingertips and open your chest slightly. Tuck the toes of the extended leg under, push up, and come into plank. You need to shake out that bent knee beforehand, do so. And then push back on your exhale into downward facing dog. Walk that dog. Find your most comfortable stance. Keep walking. And then allow your chest to sink back towards your thighs. And push the heels down into the mat. Gaze goes to your thighs or your belly button. Simply releasing your neck and head. Then release the other foot up towards the ceiling, pushing your standing foot into the mat. Lengthen those inner thighs. With your next inhale, bend that upper knee towards your nose or chest and place the foot down onto the mat. Shimmy that back foot backwards. Take both hands on the inside of your front foot. Maybe walk that foot out to the edge of your mat and release the pelvis down. Ensure that your front knee is above your front foot or ankle. Release it down. This side might be tighter. Your chest is open. Don't close your chest. The minute you close your chest, you lose the stretch. And then on this side too, see how far down can you or do you want to go today? Okay. Can you place your elbows down onto the mat? And if not, that is fine. Once you've found the position that feels most comfortable, plus a bit to you, making sure the inner arch of your front foot is pushing down into the mat, gently sway from side to side. And you'll feel that movement opening your entire hip area. Slowly come back to center. Come onto your hands and then fold that front leg under your body, coming into pigeon on this side, making sure that that heel goes in or towards your hip flexor. Extend the leg, look over your shoulder so that you can see that your heel is moving upwards. Come onto your fingertips and come into a slight back bend. And then exhale, folding your upper body down over that bent leg. And really make sure that your pelvis is horizontal to the mat, okay? You're not relaxing onto that bent thigh. Rather move that elongated hip flexor down towards the heel. Either release your entire upper body down towards the mat. If that is too much, keep some weight on your elbows. Keep the chest open, shoulder blades are pulling down in the back. And stay here for another 3 breaths. Last breath. With the next inhale, come back up onto your fingertips, rotate the shoulders backwards, and gently push backwards into a slight back bend. Rather concentrate the opening in your chest and shoulder area than the lower back. Then come down onto your hands, tuck the back toes under, come back up into plank, shake out that ankle and leg a bit, and move backwards into downward facing dog. Walk that dog and find the most comfortable downward facing dog that works for you today. And come into rest. Release your chest down to your thighs. With the next inhale, gaze forward and walk towards your hands. And come into a forward fold. Whether that means you have your legs straight or your knees bent, listen to your body. And then start pulling one shoulder after the other in alternation towards your ears. Not the ear to your shoulder, but the shoulder to your ear. And you'll feel a stretch in the diagonal from that shoulder across your back down towards the opposite hip bone. Release your neck and head while you're doing that. You should feel a stretch from your heel all the way up into the glutes, into the lower back. And then take your index and middle fingers and grab your toes. Whether your legs are bent or not, check what works for you. With an inhale, you're going to push the soles of your feet down into the mat and lift your chest slightly so that you can lengthen that spine. Your shoulder blades pull back down towards your sit bones. Your arms are really strong. Your upper arms are close to your body. And on the exhale, you're simply going to pull yourself down towards your thighs. Your neck and head are relaxed now. You should feel that stretch up your calves into the back of your knees, into your hip flexors. Keep your arms close. Push those toes down into the mat. Two, one, and release. Keep hold or keep the fingers under the big toes. Just release those elbows because we're going to do it again. This time we're going to allow those elbows to travel outward, and I'd like you to feel the difference. Not see, but feel. Okay. On the next inhale, lift that chest slightly to come into an extension of your upper body. Belly button pulls back. And then exhale, pull the upper body down again. Elbows go out this time. Push those big toes down into the mat, shifting your weight forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bend those knees, move those feet together. Lower your glutes down, tuck your tailbone under, and come into a baby chair. Baby chair meaning our upper body is moving forward and down towards the thighs, not up. Just to release the tension in the lower back. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Place your hands down onto the mat, come down, sit down, come into butterfly. Very good. And flap those wings just to release any possible tension you might have in your lower back, in your hips. Take your shoulders, both directions. Keep flapping those beautiful butterfly wings and allow the movement to become smaller. And stop. Very good. Use your hands, extend your legs, cross those ankles, and simply sway from side to side. Change sides. And now extend those feet one more time like we did in the beginning of the class. Remember, move those muscles away from your sit bones. Legs are engaged, feet are flexed. Inhale, grow long. And move forward and see what it feels like now. Okay? We've stretched the back of our legs. We've stretched the lower back. Move those arms behind your ears. And with the next exhale, allow those hands to go down. Allow your body to round and sink over your legs. Release the hold on your legs and feet. Maybe wriggle your toes. If you still feel discomfort in your lower back, pull your lower belly back towards your spine. Relax your neck and head. And with the next inhale, slowly come on back. Place your feet onto the ground. Hold on to your knees. Sit close enough so that you can roll back, round your lower back, and then slowly roll onto your mat. Taking your knees along, hug them towards your chest. Not this massive pull, just simply allow gravity to take your neck down onto the mat. Take your knees down past your chest into the mat. Rotate your ankles in both directions. And then gently sway from side to side. Release one leg, extend it outward, hugging the other knee closer towards your chest, and either leave the extended leg floating, toes pointed, or release it down onto the mat. Push your lower back into the mat, and at the same time, pulling that bent knee closer towards your chest. Pushing the extended leg out, away from your hip. Place your shoulder blades onto the mat, opening your chest. Should give you a nice opening in that extended hip. And then slowly change sides. Allow your body to become slower. Move that bent knee closer to your chest, push your shoulder blades into the mat, and extend your hip flexor, pushing the lower back into the mat. And slowly pull that extended knee towards your chest, cross your knees, and pull those crossed knees towards your chest. Pull your chin down towards your chest. And release. Change sides. And release and place the feet onto the mat. Extend your arms out to the side, palms facing down, and either simply sway your knees from side to side. And make the movement bigger. Until you can drop those knees over onto or towards the mat, gaze into the opposite direction. And breathe into the upper side body so you can feel this beautiful stretch just in the upper hip bone towards the upper lower ribs.
That's not enough of a stretch. Take the lower foot, place it on the outside of your upper knee, and gently apply some pressure. Allow your body to become soft and sink into the mat. And release. Place both feet onto the mat and change sides. Release those inner thigh muscles. Very often we hold on with the inner thighs and then we can't relax the hips. And on this side too, if you need a bit more of a stretch, take that lower foot, place it on the outside of your knee and gently apply some pressure. Give it additional stretch, pulling that knee down, opening your upper side body. And slowly release. Hug those knees towards your chest one more time. Grab the outside of your feet and come into a happy baby pose. Flex those toes. Move those shoulder blades backwards and down towards the mat. Drop the chin down towards your chest. And then try to get your entire spine from the back of your head all the way down to your tailbone onto the mat. Be gentle with your spine. Give it a try. And only once your entire spine is on the mat, gently move those elbows outward, push the shoulder blades down again, and pull those feet down so that the knees come down. You'll feel the stretch. It's a hip opening, and you'll feel the stretch on the back of your thighs and your inner thighs. The closer you move those knees towards the toes towards your face, the more you will lift that tailbone off the mat again. So rather close the angle between your calf and your legs so that the tailbone can be on the mat. And then release. Take your knees close together and hug them towards your chest and curl yourself in tiny ball. And release. Cross your knees one more time. Push them down towards your chest. Hug them close. Change sides. And release. Come into bear pose. Very predictable. Somebody once said, the minute we're in bear pose, I know exactly Shavasana is just around the corner. I'm not going to trick you today. Push the palm of your hands upwards and your soles of your feet too. Splay your fingers and toes. And play around with the angle of your legs. So if the more you move them outward, you'll feel a different stretch. Okay? You can starfish it out, or you can keep them close. Just keep your body nice and tight. 3, 2, 1, and shake it all out. Go of whatever you don't need anymore. And then slowly allow your body to sink down onto the mat. Turn your palms facing up. And take as much space as you feel comfortable in today. Very often we restrict ourselves to our itty bitty mat, which feels like a coffin. So, be courageous, be curious, see what feels right for you today. And then gently shift or wriggle your body around until it really feels comfortable. Then take a deep breath in your nose and exhale a sigh out of your open mouth. Open that body. Release. 2 more. And again. With that sigh, come out of your head and into your body. And allow the toes, inner arches, ankles, and heels to soften. Allow the legs and knees to soften. Relax. Allow your pelvis, your glutes, and your lower back to soften. Relax. Allow your entire lower body to soften. Relax. Allow your belly, your chest, and your shoulder blades to soften. Relax. Allow your shoulders, your elbows, your arms to soften. Relax. Allow your wrists, the palm of your hands, your fingers to soften. Relax. Allow your neck, the back of your head, your face, and throat to soften. Relax. Allow your entire body to soften, grow heavy, sink into the mat. Relax. With your next in-breath, bring your attention into the space around you. Allow your closed eyes to wander in the space around you. Slowly, gently. Become aware of sounds near and far. And feel the mat beneath your body. With your next inhale, bring your attention back into your body by wiggling your toes and fingers. And take a deep inhale, inflate your belly, move your arms above your head. Give yourself this beautiful stretch from your toes all the way up to your fingertips. Grow long, expand, extend. And slowly move one knee after the other towards your chest. And once comfortable, gently sway from side to side. And then roll over onto your favorite side. Release. Let go of whatever doesn't serve you anymore. Allow it to sink into the ground. And when you're ready, slowly come back up into a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed, keeping your attention inside. Place your hands onto your thighs or knees with the palms facing up. Soften your hips. Soften your belly. Allow your solar plexus to shine out into the world like a golden globe. Allow your shoulders to float down away from your ears. Allow your face to be soft. And your crown to reach up towards the sky. Imagine that funnel above your head, channeling bright light down from the universe into your body, illuminating your entire body. And take your hands in front of your heart center into Anjalina Mudra. Your thumbs lightly touching your sternum. Drop your forehead down to your fingertips in gratitude for the time and effort you invested in the most beautiful human to walk the face of the earth. Yourself. Connect with your spirit. Connect with the light inside of you. And slowly release the fingertips and forehead. Move the thumbs up to your forehead. With gratitude and love, I realize who I am. Allow that to resonate with you. Take your thumbs down to your heart center. With gratitude and love, I realize who I am, what I have, and what I have to give. And allow that feeling to course throughout your emotional and physical being. Mingle with a beautiful light and share it with those in need around you. To end the class, we'll do 3 lion's breath. You can keep your hands in Anjalina Mudra, or you can move them out into cactus, whatever works for you today. We're going to inhale through our nose, and we're going to sigh or bark out through the open mouth. Let's go. Again. And last time. Thank you so much for joining me today. I wish you a fabulous, fantastic, marvelous day and week to come. Thank you for joining.